Meanwhile, at our state capitol, a bill has been introduced in the state Senate to ban the use of cell phones while driving.
Now, Wichita Falls already passed a similar law 2 years ago, and Landon McBride looked into how effective that's been. He joins us now with more on this.
Well, that's right. In Wichita Falls and under this bill, you could only use a device using hands-free technology. People in Wichita Falls are still getting used to that change, and it has been in effect for 2 years. The reason for these new laws is simply to make the roadways safer. Since the law was implemented in Wichita Falls, the number of citations for using a cell phone while driving has gone down.
People are actually becoming more aware of that particular ordinance and that state law, and they're trying to abide by that. But also, on top of that, you're seeing a lot more accidents on the highway, and a great deal of them are being related to cell phone texting and driving.
But officers are still seeing a lot of drivers using their phones.
From January 1st to today's date, there were actually 31 unauthorized use of cell phone citations written by the PD. There were 6 of those written in school zones, which is probably one of the worst things, because you got children crossing the road and trying to get back and forth to class. So that I'd say those 6 are pretty bad, and that's a high number.
And the police department hears from drivers about others using their cell phones a lot.
We do get complaints. Yeah, it's not uncommon for a driver or somebody else on the road to see somebody committing some type of infraction and call into the police department and say, hey, I just saw, they give a description of the vehicle and the driver going this direction on wherever, and this is what they were doing. So it's not uncommon for those around you to call the police and say, hey, I saw them doing this.
Even with the law in place, people still are on their phones, but it's all about reducing distractions for drivers.
People do a lot of things they shouldn't do, and that's the reason why we're here. And it's more of just a reminder. Hey, let's focus on the job at hand, which is driving that vehicle. Anything that can cause the driver to be distracted from the task at hand, which is driving, is a concern. So as long as those distractions are kept down, then it makes the road safer.
If this bill becomes a law, roads across Texas will hopefully have less distracted drivers on the road. The bill has just been introduced, and there's no timetable for when it may go to a vote. But if it does pass, it will go into effect on September 1st.
All right, Landon, thank you so much.
There's